Hello and greetings, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us today as we kick off the Global AgriFood TechPreneur Program 2024. It's really a pleasure to be here with you today to give you a quick intro to what the program is all about and what you will be expecting as you participate in the program. So I'm really pleased that you are able to be part of this, and congratulations to everyone who has made it thus far on the program. I can assure you it's something that you will really be pleased that you were able to take part in, and I think is really a start for a great journey to make a difference within the food system. So without taking much of our time, I will start off by running us through the program and what is involved. I'm hoping to get your questions in the chat. Please feel free to drop your question. If you have any question as we progress, I will have to take time to come back and take on the questions that you have and be able to go into more details. But what I'm hoping that at the end of the session, you will have a better idea of what the program is about, also how you can access different platforms and different solutions that we provide through the program. So thank you very much once again for joining us. I will start by sharing the slides. So the Global AgriFood TechPreneur program is delivered by IntelliDigest. IntelliDigest is a purpose-driven company that is focused on supporting the delivery of a sustainable food system that ensures that more people have access to good food in a way that improves their health and also restores the environment. So for us, it's how we can support different stakeholders across the food deliver a sustainable food system. My apologies, seems to have a bit of technical glitch here. I hope that everyone's still on and you can hear me clearly at this time. So I'd wanted to quickly run us through the program. So I will check my slides again and try to pull that up on the screen. So yeah, fantastic. I think that is it now. So I'm going to quickly run us through the program. And like I mentioned before, if you do have any question, please feel free to drop it in the chat and I will be able to pick it up as we progress. So IntelliDigest delivers the Global AgriFood TechPreneur program. We are a purpose-driven company. We support stakeholders across the food system from farm to fork in adopting more sustainable practices to ensure that more people have access to good food, to improve their health, as well as also protect the environment. We're pleased to be supported by different organizations who understand the importance of helping young people engage with the food system. We have STFC Food Network. This is the Science Technology Facility Council of the UK running a food network program supporting the use of advanced scientific approach and technologies in addressing complex issues, which one of them is the food system. So we're quite pleased that they are working with us and partnering with us on the program. We have the Royal Bank of Scotland. As I think when we go through the presentation, you will see where they provide some support through the program, and we can go into that more details. They also support participants who are based in Scotland to review their business plan, as well as also provide funding for them. So we're very pleased to be working with them. Scottish Edge is a national competition in Scotland that also support young people, young businesses, entrepreneurs who want to deliver and provide solution to the Scottish market. So we also place to partner with them because they are keen to support young graduates who come through the program who are based in Scotland. And we are also continuously partnering and broker relationships with different potential partners across the globe. So as we engage more with you, we anticipate that we'll have more people and more organizations who may have worked with you or who wants to support you through the Global AgriFood TechPreneur program. We're keen to get to know them and explore opportunities to partner with them to support you in what you're doing. So feel free to get in touch with us if there are organizations you want to work with locally. And I think for us to be able to understand the value from this program, it's really important to highlight the challenges we have across the food system, which is one of the key reasons why we are delivering this program. And for us is how could we help young graduates, young people who come through this program to understand these challenges and also appreciate that the solutions and that they will be developing or the businesses they will be evolving will be geared towards ensuring that these challenges are properly addressed. So those are things we want to really bring to light. These are the reasons why we run this program. This is actually the reasons why IntelliDigest as an organization exists, to address these problems, to develop solutions, to work with different stakeholders, which is the reason why we're working with you today. We're supporting you through the Global AgriFood TechPreneur program to ensure that we can address these global challenges. Now, one of the first one here is that over 33% of the soil health globally is degraded. This varies, this is an average number, that 3%, but this varies across the globe. So in certain regions of the world, we have up to 30%. In certain regions of the world, we have above 50%. Across India, most soils are degraded above 50%. And also, across Europe, you have about over 30% degradation of soil. When we say degradation, what it simply means that the microorganisms that help the soil to thrive, that help the soil to be healthy, that help the soil to sustain the delivery of nutrients to crops are being destroyed. And also, we lack the micronutrients that are needed for plant growth, which means that when we use fertilizers in these type of soils to grow food, those food lack key that deficient in key micronutrients, which means that the more people eat such food, the less they have the right nutrient in their body to be able to live a good life. So that's one of the key problems we have across the food system and across the world, that our soils are being degraded just because of the intensive conventional agricultural practice which we engage in today and the excessive use of fertilizers for food production. What we aiming to do at IntelliDigest through our programs is to really help address these issues, to help to address these problems and to ensure that the way we grow food can be improved in a way that prevents this soil degradation, but rather we continue to improve soil health and improve the quality of the produce we get from the soil. So please, it's really important for us to have this at the back of our mind, to put that into consideration while we're going through this program, to be very conscious of this challenge, that we need to improve the way we grow food, the way we rear our livestock, to make sure that we can improve soil health for the future. And the second problem there is that over 1.3 billion tons of food grown for human consumption is wasted globally. Now, these numbers keep changing over time, but we know that there is massive food waste across the world, whether in a developing and developed part of the world, irrespective of what the numbers specifically may be saying. It is clear that if we could effectively utilize the food we grow, the food we produce, more people will have access to good food. And we can also address the other problem we have there, which is, hunger. Over 900 million people being hungry. And we can also address the challenge we have with greenhouse gas emission, where these food waste then degrade and become, greenhouse gas that is being emitted into the environment, causing more harm to the environment. So the 1.3 billion tons of food waste actually result, if not properly handled, will result about 3.3 gigatons of carbon dioxide equivalent emitted into the atmosphere. These are the problems we can address, and these are the problems we are looking to address through supporting you on the Global AgriFood TechPreneur program and the wider activities that IntelliDigest is working on. Now, also a key problem globally is the depleting health condition. A lot of people being exposed to non-communicable diseases like diabetes, cancer. All these non-communicable diseases very much relate to obesity. Obesity also then relates to food consumption and overall health and well-being of different individuals. So to address these non-communicable diseases like diabetes, cancer, hypertension, it's important that people start looking at what they eat, and also making sure that we can provide people with the right food that they can eat and be healthy. So all of these are the challenges we face across the food system. They are happening across the world. And this is why the Global AgriFood TechPreneur program is really important. So I thought it's necessary to really highlight these problems for you to understand that we are in this to solve a problem. We are in this to be entrepreneurial, and we are in this to be sustainable. So these are the key things that should always come to your mind as you go through this program. I'm going to be entrepreneurial. I'm going to be sustainable and purpose driven. And I'm also in this to solve a big problem. So in a nutshell, the Global AgriFood TechPreneur program lasts for 12 months. We support young graduates with a passion to address food system challenges within their countries. Our priority is to empower sustainable local food production and distribution to ensure that more people have access to good food. That is really the key thing. It's not just about having access to food, but making sure that the food we provide to them are good for their health and also good for the environment. So that is a very key fact. So we're not just helping people get food, anybody can do that. There's a special program geared towards ensuring that we can support and create a framework that ensures that more people have access to good food. We've got interesting alumni who have provided us amazing feedback. We just decided to put in these two here because we have limited time to go through all of them. Caleb was with us in the pioneering the debut cohort. He's a farmer, fish farmer, young graduate. He has actually got an accounting background, but he just loved the fact that he could engage with farming. He was in our last two webinars where he talked about his experience and his journey and what he's doing at the moment. He's doing great with his business, looking into fish farming and also using fish extracts for different sustainable purposes. And it's great to be able to have worked with Caleb in his journey, and we look forward to continue to support him. So she was with us, the same cohort. He focuses on providing spices in India, and so they work with farmers and they process and package spices and then be able to create a market for it for the local farmers. Fantastic work that Sushil is doing. Looking forward to continue to work and support him in his journey. So we're hoping that as we go through this program, we have fantastic testimonies like Caleb and Sushil coming through in terms of what benefit you are able to get from the program. So what is the program structure? The program is focused on 4 key areas. We look at knowledge, which is foundation for being able to move forward. We look at skill and networking, infrastructure, and then finance. I think it's important, and I'll say this at several points in this presentation. we are a purpose-driven company. We are not a financial institution. So we are not going to say we're going to provide funding for you. What we're doing is a capacity development program where you are being empowered to understand what you need to do to position you to source the funding you need to do the great work you need to do. And what we also do is provide the framework and infrastructure to help you to give confidence to founders that they can fund your business because of the partnerships you've been able to establish. That is what we do. We also work with funders in some cases to be able to get the funding across to participants. So it depends on what works out for different participants at the end. But we are not a funding organization. We don't provide direct funding to your businesses. What we do is to empower you to be able to say, yes, I understand what I need now. Maybe you've never done a business plan before. Maybe you've never written a market engagement plan before, or customer acquisition plan before. These are things we can help you to work out and understand who your customer is, who your customer persona is, and how you could establish a plan that can help you source funding. But we don't provide the funding ourselves. I think it's really important I clarify that, because I know a lot of people keep asking that question. We don't provide funding, but we empower you to be able to source the funding. That at the end of the program, you can say to yourself, yes, I've got the resources, I've got the information, I've got the knowledge to help me source for funding for my business. Internet Digest will support you as much as we can. We also, where we able to broker funding for your project, we'll also get in touch with you and let you know and tell you how that works and how that funding is going to be disposed via our platform. So I'll go into more details on that in the presentations. So what is knowledge about? The knowledge involves three key pillars: the Royal Bank of Scotland Business Builder and weekly case study session. We'll go into more details on each of these: the Food Industry Sustainability Index and the Food System Sustainability Masterclasses. So the first one is the RBS Business Builder platform. It's a very engaging platform where you will learn a lot about entrepreneurships, and also you learn a lot about businesses, what they do, and how they are delivering on their vision and mission as an organization. And the key topics that you will encounter during your engagement with RBS Business Builder platform include the climate and sustainability, business strategy and risk management, customer development, mindset, funding, and finances. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to quickly take you through the platform for the business builder, the RBS business builder platform, to give you an idea of what that is. And once we've done that, then we will move on to the next topic we need to cover today. So for me to do that, I will need to share my screen here. Just give me a minute. Okay, so just share my screen. I'm trying to share my screen to show you where the RBS Business Builder platform is and how you can access it. Okay. It's taking me a while to get to the page, but let me see if this is gonna work. Just give me a minute. I'm just trying to get to the page, and I'll try to share my screen again. I thought that is important for me to kind of walk you through how you can get to that page, because people do have challenges with that. So great. So this is RBS Business Builder platform. We're just going doing the program. We'll be sharing the link to that platform so you can easily get on the platform. And so when you come to the RBS Business Builder platform, you can actually scroll through the pages. And for you to be able to get, I mean, there's a lot of information here which you can engage with, provide a lot of learning for you. But where I'll ask you to go to is to come through the pages. And when you get to this section, I'm just going to try our quick quiz to find out more about the topics you're interested in. Then click on continue here. When you come here, it will show you the list of these topics. So then you can choose like the one these are topics I just shared with you in the slide I was presenting. You can choose a topic you want to go into. If you want to go into business strategy and risk management, you click on it and click next. It takes you to that particular topic, and you can go through each of these information here. Very insightful, a lot of knowledge you can access here, and I'm hoping that we'll all go through all of that. Each of these has got some tasks that you can walk through. At the moment, we don't need you to share the tax with us as you go through the platform. All we will ask is that while we're doing, which I'm going to talk through about in later, the 6 weeks interactive courses, that you make sure that you have your tax, which will also send you a reminder as we send the email out for it. You have the tax you've completed for each of these topic available, because we may ask you to share your tax and tell us more about what you did and how you did it and what you're thinking about your business going forward based on that particular task. If you're going through the platform and you're going through any of the topics and you have any challenge with any of the topic, we are here to help. So you drop us an email and we will do our very best to get back to you. So that is it with the RBS Business Builder platform. If I go back again, sorry, if I go to that section where you take the quiz, continue there, you can always come back here and take the next topic, and then go through it again, go through all the tasks that you have under that topic. And if you have any challenge, get across to us. We're happy to answer your questions. That is the way you access the RBS Business Builder platform. Feel free to engage with any other content here that you find useful. They do run some programs at different point in time. If there's anyone going on at the moment that you're using the platform, you want to participate in, please feel free to sign up for it and engage with it. The resources are just here. They're available for you to get the best out of them. If there's anything you're struggling with, anything you don't understand, it's not very clear to you, please do reach out to us. We are here to help you through the journey. I will definitely send the same information I'll put in summary. I'll try to get this video available so that people can refer to them and be able to check out, how did they get to that, how do you get to this platform, how do you do this, where do you get the information. That is why I think this video is really important, and we can always come back to it and refer to it if there's anything that we need some clarification on. We'll do our best to make things as clear as possible in our emails, but I think having something visualized does make a lot of difference. So I will go back to the slides because I've kind of talked to you through the RBS Business Builder platform at the moment. So Back to the slide. So that is it. That's how you can access the platform. You have massive information there. You have a lot of videos on the platform that really makes the training, the knowledge sharing very engaging and very user friendly. So I do hope you make the best use of that. Like I said, work on the tasks. You're not submitting the task to us, but during the interactive sections, we may need you to share your tasks with us. And I don't think it would be a very good thing if you didn't participate and use that, because the resources are there for you, and the program is all depending on how much you engage and how much you benefit. You make good use of the platform, that determines how much you can benefit from the program. So it's really important that from day one, which we're going to go through the timeline as we go through the presentation, you actively engage in the program and you try to get the best value from it. Now, we do have the weekly case studies, which in which case we will go through the topics and then have a particular case study that is aligned to the topic, and that case study is usually taken from the from a particular case study that's very much related to the agri-food sector. So it's something that you will find very relevant, very practical, and you must not miss any of the sessions, because the more you engage with these case studies, the more you understand what are the potential challenges for you as you start your own business. How do you expect yourself to grow? What challenges will you expect? And what are the practical approaches to mitigating those challenges? Those are things we'll be discussing during this 6 weeks interactive course on entrepreneurship, tech, and sustainability in the food system. We will also provide you access to the food system sustainability masterclasses. I'm going to share my screen now to show you how to access the food system sustainability masterclasses. I think it's very important that you understand how to access that and be able to benefit from the program. So I'm just going to share my screen now. Hopefully that comes up. So give me a minute while I try to get the masterclasses up. So I am trying to connect us to the masterclass page. So I'm just going to share that now. So hopefully you can see the page. So we'll send you the link to access the page once you start the program with more information. But I think it's really important to walk you through this process. So we'll have amazing partners to work with to prepare and produce the master classes. They've got different backgrounds relevant to the topic, and they've provided great insight to the topic. And if I go to here, just like read about the different master classes here, this is actually where you go to if you want to read more in details about different master classes and be able to sign up for it. So when you come to this page, you're going to see each of the master classes. So the other page we looked at was looking at the partners we had to develop the master classes. Here we have the master classes themselves. So when it tells you, the estimated time for it and the number of lessons you need to go through. So this is also the reason why we know people are very busy doing so many other things while they're trying to do this program. We've given enough time to enable you to allocate time, at your own convenience to be able to go through these master classes. So here we will have the food system for sustainable food safety for sustainable food system program. So if you click on that, it will take you to the page for it. And when you come here, it will ask you to register for the masterclass. So you get started. When you click on get started, it will take you to the registration page. So because I'm already registered on this course, that is why it is showing. If not, it will show you how you need to register for the class before you can get onto the program. So I will hope that we do not have any problem with this, but if you do, get in touch with us, we will be able to address the problem. But you need to come under the Intellect Digest page, go to the Food System Sustainability Services and to the masterclass, and under the masterclass then you will be able to access the courses. By the time you come here, you will need to go to learn more, read more about the different master classes here. Once you click on this place to take you to these classes, and when you click on each of them, any of them you click on, it will take you through the registration process where you just need to put in your details, your name and your position in the company, and then once you submit that, then you have access to the program. I will probably stop here and check if I have some questions. Okay. I think mostly what I'm seeing here, someone is saying that there is a technical issue. Please, if the technical issue still persists, please drop it in the chat and let me know. And then some people are asking questions about whether we are going to issue a certificate. Yes, there'll be a certificate at the end of the program. So that means that you need to be part of the program to the very end before you can qualify for the certificate. I'll go into more details about the certificate as we come closer to the end of the session. Someone is asking us about whether we can be empowered financially. I think I've probably answered that question. We're not a financial institution, but what we're doing is prepare you to be able to raise the funding that you need for your business. So by the time you go through this program and you put your very best into it to learn and think about what you're learning and how you apply it to your business, and then pulling together your business plan and building your partnership, you will be in a very good position to raise the funding you need for your business. On exceptional cases, we're able to work with development banks to establish funding, but we have very strict procedures to how that fund is made available via the World Food Tracker platform. So it's a different situation and is exceptional, and in most cases we must have to go through the key requirements for that. So we are not the financial institutions. We are not guaranteeing your funding at the end of the program. What we're guaranteeing is the knowledge you gain will put you in a very good position to be able to raise funding. Someone is saying whether there'll be a summary or recorded version for those that joined late. I hope we will endeavor to be in good time for the program so we don't have to be late. The advantage is that you will be able to participate in the program. You will ask your questions and your questions can be answered directly during the program. Now, when you are listening to a live version, you're just listening and you're not engaging with it, which means that if you had questions that could have been answered, you're not able to throw it up so that it will be answered at all. Do you need to pay for the master class? No, you don't have to, because you are part of the Global AgriFood TechPreneur program. You also have access to the Food Industry Sustainability Index. Just to make it clear, participating in this program, the Global AgriFood TechPreneur program is worth over £10,000 based on all the values you get from being part of this program. So it's something you can also add in your business plan to say, I've attended and participated in a program that is worth £10,000 because of the resources that you have access to, which you would have paid for it if you were not part of the program. So we will provide you access to the Food Industry Sustainability Index in addition to the masterclass, which you can access freely. So there's another question. maybe a shared material with instructions on how to register and use the platform. Of course, we're going to send you information following this particular session, but we thought it's important to have this induction and clarify some of this, because if we just dump information with you, it will be a lot more difficult. And what we've experienced in the past is that when we send out such information, we get a lot of questions coming back and we go back and forth a lot. And I thought this particular session will help to answer a lot of the questions and clarify some issues that may come up. And then the video will always be available, so you can always access it, and you can also go through the presentations. Someone is still asking about the master classes. No, you're not paying for the master classes. Okay, someone is asking about the 6 weeks training. So the 6 week training is going to be online. It's going to last for about 2 hours, depending on the engagement that we have. And we'll share further information on the platform we'll be using for it. We normally use Zoom or Ring Central for it, so we will give you more information and provide a link for it. So it's not going to be like this session, which is kind of a webinar kind of session. It's going to be more interactive, because one of the key things we try to do is to get you to talk to other people on the program and also share your insights. So in this particular session we're holding now, you can share your insight because it's a webinar platform, but we will be running the program either through Zoom, Teams, or Ring Central, which means that you can share your ideas with other people. You'll get to meet other people, and also it creates room for interaction and engagement. Of course, you get access to all the links and to provide further information on how you can engage with it. But this particular video will always be accessible for you to come back to and then learn more from it on how you can engage with the platform. Okay, there's a question here. Thank you for taking us through the program thus far. When I was registering, I did under NGO that I'm volunteering for, but I have my registered and functional agribusiness which support my registration. So I think for us, it's okay if you're an NGO, but we can't provide so much support for NGOs. I mean, we love to have NGOs on this program. We love to work with you, but most of the funders we work with and funders we are helping you to develop the ability to engage with may not necessarily be looking to provide grant funding. So except if your NGO is able to work with those organizations. But ultimately, the wider knowledge you get will benefit your NGO and hopefully be able to add value to what you do. You can also still use, use the knowledge you gain for your own company, whatever works for you. Happy to take the chat of this particular call. Okay, there is someone saying some people, especially me, express themselves and understand French better than English. What do we do? My apologies. I would have loved to be speaking French and English at the same time, but I think that would be very difficult. So I guess there are tools now that you can use to translate. So when somebody's speaking to you, you'll be seeing that speech translated to different languages. So I would encourage you to please download such tools. I think some Google Translate could help, and that would be very useful for you for the program, because unfortunately at the moment we do not have the capacity to have someone else interpreting in French while I'm speaking in English. So hopefully in the future we'll have that capacity to have that translation taking place. But my sincere apologies for some of us who don't speak English as a first language, second language, or fluent in English. I'm hoping that somehow you'll find a tool that can help you to translate the English to whatever language that you're more comfortable with. I've seen Anyedi saying I registered last year but had issues at the masterclass level. I'd like for a demo on the registration on the masterclass because I was asked to enter password that I didn't remember using before. Very interesting. Okay, so the masterclass, I just try to do that now. What I can do is I may want to try to log out from this profile and see if I can go through the registration process. So think I have successfully logged out. Let me see if I can set up a new account. I will go here. So, and let me see if I can take another course. So let me join. So it's asking me. So this is why I say that participating in the program is a lot of value, because some of the things that you're benefiting from this program, people will have to pay to be able to access it. But here you can sign up for the masterclass only. So you need to click on this sign up for masterclass only membership, because that is what gives you access to free account. And then you will need to then come here and put in your details. So you put in a username you want to use. I can put in if you want, or I can put in do, and I'll put in a password wherever I want the password to be. Hope I've got something there, it does work. And I'll put in my email address, wherever it is. I want to put in the john.doe@test.com. Please make sure you put in the right email. And then once you agree on this, and then you have to go through it. Please do go through the terms and conditions and make sure you're comfortable with that. And then you submit and confirm. So I hope it does work. So once you submit and confirm, you will then have access to the account, and you can start accessing the master classes. I think probably my password is not correct, or because I used the text.com email, so that's why it's not working. But if you do it right and you use the right email address and the right details, then it should be able to go through, and you should be able to have access to the master classes, just like I did have access to the master class when I use my account. So yep, I think that is it. So I hope the person, Michael, you asked the question. No, Aniedi, you asked the question. So if you try it again and you still have any problem, please do get in touch with me, with us, and we will try to get back to you quickly as possible. So Michael, you said asked earlier, with respect to my information, because I want to be reckoned with my company details. How can I update mine? Please take this offline, send me an email or send us an email, and we'll get back to you on that, Michael. How do we log into the website, access learning materials? We will provide you the link to log in. We'll provide you the link. All we're doing here is just show you how you can do it, so you don't have any challenge when you're trying to do it. Fantastic. Will all the classes be taken at the same time, or will it be subsequent? That is the masterclass program and the RBS Business Builder platform. Thank you, Zaina, for asking the question. I'm going to talk you through the timelines for each of these courses and access to them. Okay, movies, you're asking a question. When is the program of the masterclass have to start? I think that is the next thing we'll be going into now. So I will take you through that. So I'll go back to my presentation. Okay, so I've talked about the food systems assembly masterclasses. I've shown you how you can access it online. The next thing we're going to be providing you access to is the Food Industry Sustainability Index. This provides you a tool, it's a live tool that you continue to update as you move on in your journey, and it helps you to record, track, monitor your sustainability profile, and also gives you something to be able to communicate that to the wider community and your wider stakeholders. The key pillars of the Food Industry Sustainability Index include purpose, people, partnership, peace, planet, and prosperity. Will give you the tool as you progress in the program, so you don't need to worry about it at the moment. Um, and then the other thing we also going to be working on is skill and network. So for some of us, we already have agri-food businesses, but for some of us, we do not have agri-food business at all. We whatever we want to do, we need the prerequisite training and knowledge to be able to do it. So if you want to be a fish farmer, you can't just start it on your own. You need to work with people. You need to do kind of an apprentice, an internship with existing business who is already doing that, to learn from them, to see what they're doing. Based on the fact that we are very sustainability focused, we looking at good food. It doesn't mean that, it simply means that if you engage with an organization, you may not likely take everything they're doing hook, line, or sinker, but it gives you a starting point. It gives you an opportunity to learn on the go, to see how things are done, how they engage with different stakeholders, and then you then start developing yourself and your business on how you want to do it, but differently. It mustn't be the same. If they're all doing it great and all have the sustainability hat on in terms of what they do, fantastic. Is you working with them, kind of expanding what they're doing as your own business. But I think if you're going to run your agri-food business, you need a starting point. You need to work with people already. If you already have your business, that means you have that knowledge already. You don't need training. You don't need to work with others to learn. But if you need to do that, we are here to help. We already have some people, some organizations who have signed up with us to provide you the opportunity. We also have some universities who are keen to do research with you. So if what you're doing may require some innovation, or at some point you feel that, oh, there is need for innovation in what I'm doing, and you need to maybe assess funding and do some research work with universities, we're here to help to develop that with you and make sure that that works for you. So those are things we do through the skill and networking aspect of the Global AgriFood TechPreneur program. We also have the World Food Tracker platform, which Intelligence has developed. Is a multi-stakeholder online platform where you can engage with different players within the food system, whether you're sourcing materials or you're sourcing equipment, or you are looking for consultant, an agronomist, a veterinary doctor to work with. You can have access to them on the World Food Tracker platform. But what's really interesting about the World Food Tracker platform is the ability to also engage households on the platform, because we provide them the tool to plan their meal. We also provide the farmers and producers a tool for food production. So with all this integrated and in a multi-stakeholder system, there is ease for you to connect with whoever you want to connect with within the food system. It's not all live and perfect. It's beta level at the moment because we're still onboarding. Because it's an ecosystem. We're still onboarding a lot of key players on the platform, but we are here to make that tool available for you to create a digital market for your produce, to engage with digital market in terms of your suppliers and equipment suppliers, to help in enabling you to move on with the solution that you have, adopting technology solutions. So yeah. And then we come to the elephant in the room, which is the finance. I think it's really important to know that we are in a complex world, but even the food system alone is very complex. So to navigate through the food system and contribute to it, we need the right finance to make it work. And this is why at IntelliDigest we are actively seeking to support you to develop your business thoughts, to develop your business plan, to effectively communicate what you're doing as a business, so that you will be in a good position to attract the right funding for your project. Food is something that is fundamental for human existence. So everyone playing a part in the food system is assured of in the market for their produce, but it is the ability to have the understanding of how do you pull this information you have about what you want to do together in a way that you can walk into the bank and say to them, I've got a business you can fund, and for them to be able to support you to fund that business. So partly what we do is work with local financial institutions. So if you identify a financial institution you want to engage or talk to, we're happy to broker relationships where we have the contacts and make introductions. But also, like I said before, we are able to source funding directly. We have the mechanism through the World Food Tracker fund section to disburse the fund, to make sure that it is used specifically for what is been outlined for in the business plan. So that is something that we actively engage in. So in a nutshell, this program is structured around these four key pillars: skill network, finance, knowledge, and infrastructure. So how is the program delivered? I keep seeing the same question coming up. So you've already gone through this process. So you've thought about this amazing idea, you've submitted your applications, and you've gone through this process. We have selected you, we have showcased you through doing the webinar in March on engineering a sustainable food system, as we recognize World Engineering Day for Sustainable Development. So pleased that so many of us were able to attend and participate in it. Now, the next step of what we'll be doing is going through the Food System Sustainability Program Masterclasses. So this will kick off. I'll provide information will be sent to you by the end of this week, and you'll be able to access that from Monday up till the 10th of May. This gives you a wide opportunity to kind of spread the classes. So you saw when I showed you the masterclass page, it tells you the number of hours for each course, so you can easily spread the courses across this period and be able to cover that without having yourself stressed up because you're doing other things that you may be doing. Now, from May 13, 2024 to June 28, 2024, you'll be looking into the Royal Bank of Scotland Business Builder platform. As we get closer to that time, we will also send you further information on how you access the platform, and also with a link to this video for you to refer to if anything is not clear to you. And the 6 weeks interactive course on entrepreneurship, tech, and sustainability in the food system will kick off on July 8th and end on July 16th. This is about 7 weeks interval. We do allocate that 7 weeks in case we needed to move things around, or maybe one of the weeks we couldn't hold the program, but we do our best to do it within the 6 weeks. But it's always good to plan for contingencies, which we'll talk a lot about in the program. And then you have an opportunity to review the plan you have already and the application you submitted before, and you can resubmit your update, which we will then share with reviewers who will review and then make recommendation regarding your updated application and what support could be available to you. Now, all support made to Global AgriFood TechPreneurs will be dependent on the quality of their proposal, their participant at the 6-week interactive course on entrepreneurship, tech, and sustainability in the food system, the wider participation in every other aspect of the program, and the support that our partners can provide to them. So this will be announced this will be announced in December. So the participants who made it through the program will be announced on December, during the December webinar, which is in recognition of World Soy Day. I have to update that particular slide. So we do have the webinar on financing a sustainable food system on December 5th, 2024, in recognition of World Soy Day and International Day of Banks. So more information will be followed shortly. I think that is it. These are the reviewers who support us to review the AgriFood TechPreneur program. They come from different backgrounds, and that diversity really brings in different perspectives to the review and their thoughts in terms of additional support. Well, if you need to contact us, you need how to know how to get in touch with us. This is for general information, but you can contact us on the Global AgriFood TechPreneur at intellidigest.com. Well, I think that is it for now, in terms of the program and what I set up to do. And someone is asking about certificate. I've said we only, and this is really nice that it's coming up again, because I said I was going to talk more on the certificate at the end of the presentation. So the certificate we're going to provide for you is going to go to only the people who were able to get to this stage of the program. I don't know if you can see me, my cursor. So you must have submitted your final proposal. You must have updated your final proposal and resubmitted it, building on the knowledge you've gained from the program. And those are the people that have got to this stage that will get a certificate from the program. So I noticed someone is saying it's from that had July 8th to July 16th. My apologies. I think that is meant to be July 8th to August 16th. I will update the slide. So it's July 8th to August 16th. That gives us a 6 weeks block for us to go through those interactive sessions. And after that, then you will have some time before the September 27 to submit your updated application. So that means between August 16 and September 27, that gives you about another about 5 weeks thereabout to review your existing application, review what you've learned, and then submit the update. My apologies for some of the typographical error on the presentation. Is there any platform like WhatsApp or Telegram for easy communication? Well, in the past, we have set up WhatsApp platform, so I'm happy to set up a WhatsApp platform for this cohort if you're happy for us to do that. And I will do that, and then I'll share the link in the follow-up email from this particular session. Feel free to join the WhatsApp group if you think it will be beneficial to you. Is there any further question? I will also update the slides for the mistakes identified, and I'll send the slides across to you and for your update. Well, I'm looking at the question, the comment section, and I'm not. Okay, thank you, Zainab. I'm not seeing any further questions. That means we have clearly understood what is involved in the program, what we need to do, and the next steps. So thank you so very much for joining us today for this induction program. And just know that we are here to answer your questions. If you have any question that you require further clarification on, drop us an email and we'll do our best to get back to you. And I do hope that you make the best use of the resources that you have, because one thing is provide the resources, the other thing is to be able to sit back and learn from it. I just wish I could open up everyone's brain and put all the resources and information in it, but unfortunately, I can't do it. I can only appeal to you to make out time to make the best use of the resources so that you can develop yourself and be better positioned to address food system challenges in your country, establish your business, progress your business where you have an established one, and deliver great impact. Thank you for joining us today. If you, I'm still looking at the chat. If you still have any question, feel free to put it there. Otherwise, I really appreciate that you were able to join this session today. And I will play this video while we are waiting for any further question or to end the program.
Did you know 1 in 5 deaths every year is linked to malnutrition? Agri-food production systems contributes over 30% of global greenhouse gas emission. And we waste over 1.3 billion tons of food every year. While we waste a greater part of our time shopping for food we do not need and growing food that we end up wasting. These are some of the biggest food sustainability problems facing the planet today, but it's become easy just to say, what can I do? This is where the World Food Tracker comes in. Through the World Food Tracker, it has now become easier for you to plan to save. By planning your food diary on the World Food Tracker, you will discover locally produced food that nourishes your body and improves your health with zero impact on the environment. And here's how it works. You make your food diary using recipes from the World Food Tracker. And the World Food Tracker will use your recipe details to identify the food items you will use in the meal preparation, then provide you an insight on nutrient composition of the food and the shopping list. Through the Plan to Save campaign, we work with local food producers to ensure that food is produced sustainably. By sharing your weekly shopping list with local farmers, you are helping them prioritize sustainable food production, ensuring high-quality food produce and eliminating food waste. It all starts from your food diary. Join other users of the World Food Tracker around the world to plan your food and care for your health, your wealth and your environment. Together we can make good food more available to more people and evolve a world where no child goes to bed hungry.
Well, thank you, Abdul Gafar, for your question. You were asking whether there's a practical session for this class. I'm not sure what I understand by your practical session. Like I said, we're going to be having the 6-week interactive session. So hopefully that is what you're referring to, practical sessions. If you want to get training on any aspect of the business you want to do, like I said before, we have the skills for network aspect of what we do with the Global AgriFood TechPreneur program, where we try to link you to local businesses who are doing what you want to do, whether it's fish farm or growing vegetables or growing cereals, whatever it is, we will try to link you up and you can learn from them within the period you're on the program. So it depends on what you're looking to do. So we'll be sending out a form for people to complete, because we already have some organizations who are looking to take on interns or apprentices who want to work with them. So that is how practical we can get on that. So I think Chinaza is asking some question about physical practical session for the program. We don't do physical practical sessions, but if you are part of an internship or an apprentice with a partnering organization, then that gives you the practical aspect. All we're doing in terms of the empowerment program is going to be online, and you'll need to join online for the program. Someone is saying, and Dulam is saying, please send me to the presentation and other materials. Yes, we'll be sending a follow-on email from this, sharing this information. Lawan is saying, in the upcoming courses, is someone only focusing based on his selected application, or you have to select all aspects? So this program and the platforms we provide in the RBS Business Builder platform, the Food System Sustainability Program masterclasses, they are general to any business, any agri-food business, so everyone will be able to benefit from it. If you need skill acquisition for the particular thing you want to do, then we can look at matching you up with local businesses who you can learn from them the practical aspects. Someone Movies is asking what happened if I did not make it from the masterclass. Am I still going to join the next program? We don't expect you to join the program next year if you have participated in the program this year. Please, please, please make the best use of this opportunity. You may not get it again. Favor is asking, I think I'm not yet clarified on something. The RBS Business Builder platform you mentioned, we had to check it out on our own. Will there be specific things to look out for? I've tried to walk you through how you can get to it. This video is going to be available for you to refer back to, and when it comes to the time, we'll provide you the link and the details to be able to access the platform. So I think that brings us to the last question in the chat, and it's been great to be with you on this induction program. I'm hoping that I've provided more insight to what the program is going to look like and what we'll be doing, and I hope you found it very useful. I would really encourage everyone who is having the opportunity to participate in this Global AgriFood TechPreneur program to make the best use of the opportunity, and I wish you the very best in the future. Thank you very much and remain blessed. you.